The universe had a beginning, an almost inconceivable moment when time and space unfurled from a singularity of unimaginable density and heat. This cosmic genesis set into motion the grand ballet of galaxies, stars, planets, and ultimately life itself. But if the universe began, if it emerged from nothingness into everything, what then becomes of it? How does such an all-encompassing expanse meet its end? This question lingers in the collective curiosity of humankind, a puzzle woven into the fabric of our understanding and imagination. The death of the universe is not merely a scientific query. It is a profound meditation on existence, impermanence, and the cyclical nature of all things. Will the cosmos simply unravel into oblivion, or might it fold back upon itself in an eternal loop, an infinite dance of birth, death, and rebirth on a scale beyond human comprehension? To contemplate the universe's end is to confront the deepest scales of time, what scientists call deep time, where epochs stretch beyond imagination, and our brief lives flicker like fragile candles in a storm. It demands stepping back from the immediate to see the unfathomable vastness of cosmic history and future. Consider for a moment the grand timeline of Earth itself, a mere speck in this vast expanse. Our planet has spun through 4.5 billion years of transformations, continents drifting like restless wanderers, oceans rising and falling like breathing lungs, life emerging from primordial soup to complex consciousness. Yet even this immense stretch is but a blink in cosmic terms. Now imagine extending that timeline forward, not just thousands or millions, but billions and trillions of years into the future. The sun will exhaust its fuel, swelling into a red giant that will likely engulf Earth. Stars will burn out one by one, galaxies will drift apart as cosmic expansion accelerates. Eventually, matter itself may decay, black holes might evaporate into faint whispers of radiation. Such visions evoke a universe gradually fading to cold darkness, a scenario scientists call heat death. In this bleak finale, entropy reigns supreme. Usable energy dissipates until no work can be done, no structures maintained. It is a silent cessation where time continues, but meaning dissolves. Yet, is this truly an end, or could it be another beginning cloaked in mystery? Some cosmological theories suggest that what we perceive as an ending could be part of a larger cyclical process. The Big Bounce hypothesis proposes that after expansion halts and reverses under gravitational forces or through mechanisms we have yet to understand, the universe contracts back to a singular point before exploding outward again in a new Big Bang. In this vision, death is not annihilation but transformation. This possibility invites us to rethink finality altogether. Instead of an ultimate demise, the cosmos might be locked in an eternal rhythm, expanding and contracting endlessly, echoing ancient cycles found in nature, seasons turning, tides rising and falling, life blossoming and withering, only to sprout anew. Philosophically, such cycles resonate deeply with human notions of renewal and continuity. They remind us that endings are often beginnings in disguise, that time may not be linear but circular or spiral-shaped, folding past into future. Yet there remains something haunting about the idea that even these cosmic cycles might themselves be part of larger structures beyond our current grasp, meta-cycles spanning dimensions or realities inaccessible to our senses or instruments. Could there be universes nested within universes? Layers upon layers where creation and destruction play out endlessly like fractal patterns? While speculative, these ideas push the boundaries of imagination and scientific inquiry alike. They challenge us to embrace uncertainty and marvel at the vast unknown rather than fear it. Returning to Earth, the fragile cradle of life amid this cosmic vastness, we find ourselves caught between scales so vast they defy comprehension and moments so fleeting they vanish before we can grasp them. Our planet's history is written in stone and ice, its future inscribed in starlight and shadow. As humans gaze upward at the night sky, a tapestry woven with ancient light, they cannot help but wonder, are we witnesses to a one-time event or participants in an endless cosmic cycle? Is our universe destined for quiet extinction or perpetual renewal? The answers remain elusive. Yet in asking these questions, we connect with something timeless, the human spirit's relentless quest for meaning amid mystery. In this quest lies profound beauty, a recognition that though we are small and transient against deep time's immensity, our curiosity bridges past and future. It binds us across generations as seekers standing on Earth's ancient soil, looking out into the starry abyss with awe and hope. Thus, contemplating how the universe might end becomes more than academic speculation. It becomes a meditation on existence itself, on beginnings entwined with endings, on destruction inseparable from creation, on silence pregnant with possibility. Whether the cosmos fades into darkness or cycles endlessly through rebirths beyond counting, one truth remains clear. The story of everything is far from over. It pulses within every atom, every photon traveling across space-time's vast ocean. A story inviting us to listen closely and ponder deeply. And so we ask once more, if the universe had a beginning, and it did, how will it end? Will death bring finality or transformation? Desolation or renewal? In seeking these answers amid infinite stars and endless time, humanity embraces its place, not as masters, but as humble witnesses to the grandest story ever told, the unfolding mystery of existence itself. The universe began with a bang, an immense, unfathomable explosion that marked the inception of everything known and unknown. This event, the Big Bang, occurred approximately 13.8 billion years ago, and it was not merely an explosion in space, but rather an expansion of space itself, a rapid stretching of the very fabric of reality. From this singular moment, time and space emerged together, inseparable and intertwined. Yet, in pondering this cosmic dawn, one cannot help but confront profound questions about the nature of beginnings and what, if anything, preceded them. The Big Bang is often described as the ultimate genesis, the point at which the universe burst forth from an infinitely dense singularity. But what does it mean for something to begin from nothing? Was there truly a void before this event, or is the concept of before itself meaningless when time originates at that instant? These are not merely scientific inquiries, but philosophical meditations on existence itself. The idea that all matter, energy, time, and space were compressed into a point smaller than an atom challenges human intuition and invites us to reimagine our understanding of reality. Imagine a realm so dense that all known laws of physics collapse under their own weight, a singularity where gravity overwhelms even light. Then picture this singularity erupting outward in a fiery bloom of creation, releasing unimaginable energy and birthing the seeds of galaxies, stars, planets, and eventually life. This is the narrative told by modern cosmology. Yet beneath this grand story lies a deeper enigma. What caused the Big Bang? Was it a spontaneous fluctuation in a quantum vacuum? A rebound from a previous cosmic contraction? Or perhaps an event beyond comprehension, hidden forever beyond the veil of observation? The earliest moments following the Big Bang were a crucible of extremes. Temperatures soared to trillions of degrees, particles formed and annihilated in ceaseless dance, forces once unified diverged into the distinct interactions that govern matter today. Within mere fractions of a second, space expanded exponentially in what physicists call inflation, smoothing out irregularities and setting the stage for cosmic structure. From chaos emerged order, not immediately, but gradually, as matter coalesced into clouds that would ignite as stars. This primordial fireball was both creation and destruction, a paradox embodied in every aspect of existence. The Big Bang did not just produce energy, it created time itself. Without time preceding it, causality as humans understand it begins at this threshold. Thus, when pondering what came before, one confronts the limits of language and reason because there may simply be no before to speak of. Yet humanity's quest to understand origins is relentless. Through telescopes peering deep into cosmic history and particle accelerators probing fundamental forces, we piece together fragments of this ancient story. We observe galaxies receding faster than light due to space's expansion, a relic echo of that initial burst. The cosmic microwave background radiation bathes us in faint whispers from 380 sound years after the Big Bang, a fossilized glow preserving conditions long vanished. The narrative of beginnings entwines inevitably with thoughts about endings. If all things arise from such a momentous birth, what fate awaits this vast cosmos? Will it expand forever into cold darkness or collapse back into another singularity? The notion that the universe might undergo cycles, births, followed by deaths, followed by rebirths, resonates deeply with patterns found throughout nature, day turning to night, seasons cycling endlessly, life emerging anew after each winter's sleep. This cyclical vision challenges linear perceptions of time and existence. It hints at an eternal rhythm underlying reality, a cosmic heartbeat pulsing through epochs beyond reckoning. Could our universe be but one phase, in an infinite series of universes blossoming forth from endless bangs. Such ideas stretch beyond current empirical evidence, but enrich our imagination and philosophical inquiry. In contemplating these vast scales, billions upon billions of years, human existence feels transient yet meaningful. Earth itself is a fleeting stage where life briefly ignites against the backdrop of deep time's grandeur. The Big Bang's legacy is imprinted not only on distant galaxies, but within every atom composing living beings here on this pale blue dot. As stars forge elements heavier than hydrogen and helium through nuclear fusion, they sow the ingredients necessary for planets and life. Our very bodies contain stardust born in ancient stellar furnaces, reminders that we are intrinsically connected to this cosmic origin story. Every breath drawn links us to that primordial explosion unfolding across eons. The Big Bang also compels reflection on human knowledge's limits and potentials. It is a humbling reminder that despite advances in science and technology, mysteries endure at reality's core questions about existences, why and how, that may never yield definitive answers. Yet therein lies beauty, the acknowledgement that uncertainty invites wonder rather than despair. Through this lens, beginnings are less about absolute origins than about transitions, moments when complexity arises from simplicity, order from chaos, potential from void. The Big Bang symbolizes such a transition on the grandest scale imaginable, a bridge between non-being and being. In sum, the Big Bang stands as both cornerstone and enigma, a radiant dawn illuminating cosmic history while casting shadows where knowledge fades into speculation. It marks not only where time began, but also where human curiosity takes flight toward horizons ever expanding. So, when one gazes up at star-studded skies or contemplates existence itself, let it be with reverence for this profound inception, a moment when everything emerged from nothingness into light, when time's arrow first took flight, when possibility became reality. And though questions remain about what sparked this beginning or what lies beyond its bounds, we carry forward its legacy, an impulse to explore, to understand, to find meaning amid vast mystery. In embracing this journey from singularity to star clusters, from quantum fluctuations to conscious thought, we honor our place within an unfolding saga far greater than ourselves. Thus unfolds the story of origins, not as a closed chapter, but as an ongoing quest woven into the fabric of cosmos and consciousness alike. The Big Bang was not merely a beginning. It was an invitation to witness creation's majesty, to ponder existence's depths, to marvel at life's fragile bloom amid infinite dark. And so we stand at this threshold between past and future, small yet significant, bearing witness to the universe's first breath, and dreaming toward its endless possibilities. The universe is expanding, an idea once speculative, now firmly etched into the lexicon of modern cosmology. Yet this expansion is not a gentle, steady stretching. It is accelerating, a revelation that has reshaped our understanding of cosmic destiny. Observations from distant supernovae in the cosmic microwave background have unveiled a universe that is not merely growing, but doing so with increasing haste. This accelerated expansion suggests a future where galaxies recede ever faster, slipping beyond the reach of each other's light, forever lost in the vastness of space. Imagine, then, the long arc of cosmic time stretched forward into the unimaginable future, a future where the fabric of space itself expands relentlessly. Galaxies, once clustered in majestic congregations, will drift apart until they are isolated islands in an ever-growing ocean of darkness. The night sky will grow emptier, stars dimmer, as celestial neighbors vanish beyond the cosmic horizon. This vision, often referred to as the Big Freeze or heat-death scenario, paints a universe destined for eternal expansion and gradual cooling. It is a cosmos where energy becomes diffuse, structures unravel, and the thermodynamic arrow points toward maximum entropy. Yet within this seemingly desolate fate lies a profound meditation on impermanence and transformation. To grasp this future, one must first understand the nature of cosmic expansion itself. Since Edwin Hubble's pioneering work nearly a century ago, astronomers have known that galaxies are moving away from us. The farther they are, the faster they recede. This observation was initially interpreted as evidence that space was stretching uniformly after the Big Bang. But late 20th century discoveries revealed something unexpected. Instead of slowing down under gravity's pull, the expansion is speeding up. The culprit behind this acceleration remains elusive: dark energy, a mysterious force permeating space with repulsive gravity. Constituting roughly 70% of the universe's total energy budget, dark energy drives galaxies apart with an ever-increasing vigor. Its nature defies current understanding. It neither clumps like matter nor interacts with light in conventional ways. Instead, it acts as an invisible tide pushing against gravity's pull. If this trend persists indefinitely, the cosmos will enter a state where every galaxy beyond their own local group recedes faster. Then light can traverse the distance between them. The night sky will grow increasingly sparse. Distant galaxies will fade into oblivion as their light can no longer reach us. The once vibrant cosmic web, an intricate lattice of matter connecting galaxies, will unravel into isolated pockets surrounded by void. Within these isolated pockets, stars will continue to burn for billions more years, consuming their nuclear fuel in silent splendor. But eventually, even these stars will exhaust their lifespans. White dwarfs will cool to black dwarfs. Neutron stars and black holes will remain as relics of a bygone era. The universe will grow colder and darker, a vast expanse marked by silence and stillness. On unimaginably long timescales, trillions upon trillions of years, quantum processes may cause black holes themselves to evaporate, through Hawking radiation dissipating their mass into faint photons. Matter may decay, protons might disintegrate into subatomic particles long after life has vanished from any conceivable habitat. This ultimate state, the heat death, is one where no free energy remains to sustain processes that increase complexity or maintain order. It is a cosmos at thermodynamic equilibrium, uniform temperature everywhere, no gradients to drive change or motion. Time itself continues inexorably forward, but meaningful events cease. Yet despite its bleakness, this scenario evokes profound reflections on existence and temporality. It reveals that impermanence governs not only life but all structure, from stars to galaxies to space-time itself. The universe's story is one of emergence and dissolution, creation intertwined with decay in an endless dance governed by physical law. It also challenges human perceptions of finality. Heat, death is not a fiery apocalypse or sudden cataclysm, but a slow fading, a gentle unwinding into uniformity where distinctions dissolve and complexity succumbs to entropy's rule. This fate stands in contrast to other cosmological possibilities once considered viable, such as the Big Crunch, where gravity would halt expansion and reverse it into contraction culminating in collapse, back to a singularity, or cyclic. Models proposing endless sequences of expansions and contractions. However, observations strongly favor perpetual accelerated expansion driven by dark energy's dominance. In this picture, there is no rebound or cyclical return. Instead, an eternal dispersal into cold nothingness awaits. But what does it mean for meaning itself? If all structures eventually unravel and life extinguishes amid cosmic emptiness, does existence lose its significance? Here lies an invitation to ponder deeply. Perhaps meaning arises not from permanence but from transience, the fleeting moments of complexity amidst vast stretches of simplicity. Human consciousness flickers like a candle flame against deep time's infinite night, a brief spark illuminating mysteries otherwise hidden. In contemplating a universe expanding forever towards silent infinity, one confronts both insignificance and wonder simultaneously. Insignificance because our presence is ephemeral against such scales, wonder because we can perceive these scales at all to grasp. Beginnings and endings billions of years beyond our own lifespan. Moreover, this fate underscores the preciousness of existence now, the delicate window when stars shine brightly enough for planets to harbor life, when galaxies cluster within sight, when conscious beings ponder their place amid cosmic vastness. It compels humility, recognizing that all we know rests within a transient epoch bounded by birth and decay on universal scales, beyond comprehension. Yet even in such finality there is beauty, the elegance of physical laws unfolding across epochs, the quiet majesty of cosmic evolution leading from simplicity to complexity and back again. And perhaps most profoundly, awareness itself emerges from this grand narrative, a testament that even within an expanding void, governed by entropy's relentless march, pockets of order arise momentarily to reflect on existence's enigma. As time stretches forward into infinity, accelerated expansion ensures that isolation becomes absolute, each region severed from others by horizons beyond which light cannot travel. Our observable universe shrinks effectively to just our local galactic neighborhood, a solitary island adrift in infinite darkness. Within these boundaries, life may persist for eons longer still, but inevitably faces constraints imposed by dwindling energy, resources, and environmental degradation on cosmic scales. Eventually, entropy wins its subtle war. Stars die out, matter decays, information encoded in physical systems fades irretrievably. The cosmos becomes a vast tombstone marking epochs long past, a silent memorial carved into space-time itself. Yet even here lies mystery. Quantum fluctuations might sporadically generate particles or fields anew. Vacuum energy might undergo phase transitions, altering cosmic dynamics unexpectedly. Unknown physics beyond current models could rewrite destiny altogether. These possibilities remind us that certainty remains elusive at ultimate scales. Our projections rest upon extrapolations, constrained by present knowledge and assumptions about dark energy's constancy. Still, embracing this vision invites profound philosophical reflection about temporality and existence. How do beings find meaning knowing all structures dissolve eventually? Does finitude impart urgency or despair? Can awareness transcend physical demise through legacy or memory? Such questions lie at humanity's core, not mere scientific curiosities, but existential meditations echoed through art, philosophy, and culture across millennia. In this grand tableau, the accelerating expansion forever separating galaxies, the story culminates, not with explosive grandeur, but quiet fading, not with triumphant closure, but serene surrender to entropy's embrace. And yet within this surrender shines resilience, consciousness capable of contemplating infinity itself, beauty wrought from transient patterns dancing briefly before vanishing into darkness. Thus ends one chapter in cosmic history, a tale stretching from fiery birth through luminous youth toward twilight's hush. But endings are never absolute in imagination's realm. They seed questions, inspiring new journeys into understanding. They kindle hope amid uncertainty. They bind us across generations through shared wonder at existence's fragile bloom amidst infinite night. The universe expanding forever reminds us that we are small, yet significant witnesses, fleeting sparks reflecting deep times. Grandeur as we gaze upward toward horizons endlessly receding yet eternally inviting curiosity and awe. In embracing this fate, not as defeat but as part of nature's rhythm, we honor life's ephemeral brilliance against boundless darkness, a testament that even amid inexorable dispersal there persists meaning born from awareness itself. For in contemplating endless expansion lies profound insight. That existence is defined not solely by permanence, but by capacity to wonder, to question, to dream beyond limits imposed by time or space. And so the cosmos continues its silent symphony, expanding forever onward, a majestic odyssey without end or beginning known, fully, but always inviting those who listen closely to hear its whispered secrets echoing across eternity. In the vast, unyielding silence that follows the universe's gradual cooling and expansion, there emerges a vision both haunting and profound, a cosmos that has reached its ultimate equilibrium, a state often called the heat death. This scenario envisions a universe where energy has dispersed so thoroughly, so evenly, that no gradients remain to drive change or sustain motion. It is a realm where the relentless tide of entropy has washed away all structure, all complexity, leaving behind a quiet, cold stillness stretching infinitely in every direction. Imagine this cosmic endgame not as a cataclysmic finale, but as an inevitable unwinding, a gentle fading into uniformity where time persists but meaning dissolves. Here, the vibrant dance of galaxies, stars, and life itself has ceased. The radiant fires of nuclear fusion have long since sputtered out. Stars have burned their last photons and faded into cold remnants. Black holes, once voracious consumers of matter and energy, have evaporated through the subtle whisper of Hawking radiation, their masses converted into faint streams of particles drifting aimlessly through space-time. Matter itself succumbs to decay over unimaginable epochs. Even the protons composing atoms may disintegrate into fundamental constituents long after any possibility for life has vanished. This vision conjures an image of a universe transformed from a dynamic tapestry into an endless expanse of homogeneity, a cosmic ocean at maximum entropy. Temperatures everywhere converge toward absolute zero. No pockets of heat remain to fuel processes or complexity. The very fabric of reality becomes a silent monument to impermanence where no structures endure beyond transient flickers in deep time. Yet within this stark landscape lies a paradox rich with philosophical weight. The heat death is not merely an end, but a profound meditation on the nature of existence itself, a reminder that all things arise, flourish briefly, and fade into oblivion. In this vast finality, human life's ephemeral spark appears both fragile and miraculous. Our brief moment amid the cosmos's grand unfolding is akin to a single note resonating before silence reclaims the symphony. To grasp this future is to confront scales of time so immense they defy intuitive understanding, trillions upon trillions of years, stretching beyond any conceivable human experience. It compels us to reflect on our place as transient observers witnessing but a fleeting chapter in an eternal saga. The Earth, once vibrant with life and activity, is long gone, its atoms scattered across space, recycled countless times over cosmic cycles preceding even its birth. In such time scales, the universe has lost all semblance of its former grandeur. Galaxies have drifted apart beyond causal contact, clusters have dissolved, black holes have faded away, particles themselves have decayed or dispersed into uniform radiation fields. There are no gradients left, no differences in temperature or energy density to drive change or sustain complexity. The arrow of time continues forward inexorably, yet events cease to unfold meaningfully. Without free energy to power processes or maintain structures, the cosmos enters thermodynamic stasis, a state of perfect equilibrium that marks the cessation of all dynamics. This final equilibrium raises profound questions about meaning and existence. If everything fades into uniformity and silence, what significance does any moment hold? Does finitude diminish value or magnify it by contrast? Is meaning derived from permanence or from the transient interplay of order and chaos? Herein lies a poignant truth. Meaning is not anchored in eternity, but in moments, fleeting instants where complexity arises amidst simplicity, where consciousness awakens to ponder its own existence against the backdrop of cosmic vastness. The heat death scenario also challenges conventional notions of finality. It is not a fiery apocalypse, but a slow unwinding, a fading light rather than a sudden darkness. The universe does not collapse back into singularity nor explode anew. It simply reaches a quiet conclusion marked by uniform coldness and stillness. Yet even this end may conceal mysteries beyond current comprehension. Quantum fluctuations might sporadically generate particles or fields anew. Vacuum energy could undergo phase transitions, altering cosmic dynamics unexpectedly. Unknown physics may intervene in ways presently unimaginable. Such possibilities remind us that certainty at these ultimate scales remains elusive. Our projections rest upon extrapolations, constrained by present knowledge and assumptions about dark energy's constancy. In contemplating heat death, one also glimpses the resilience inherent in consciousness itself, the capacity to reflect on infinity amid fading light, to find wonder within emptiness, to create meaning even as physical structures dissolve. From this perspective, existence is defined less by permanence than by awareness, the fragile spark capable of illuminating mysteries otherwise lost in darkness. Moreover, the heat death invites reflection on temporality itself, the nature of time flowing ever onward even when events cease to occur. It highlights how deeply intertwined are creation and destruction, emergence and decay, beginnings and endings woven seamlessly into cosmic narrative. As humanity stands at this threshold between past vibrancy and future silence, it embodies both insignificance and significance simultaneously, small against deep time's immensity, yet capable of grasping that immensity with intellect and imagination. The story culminating in heat death thus transcends mere scientific prognosis. It becomes an existential meditation on impermanence and continuity alike. It beckons us to consider how fleeting moments gain weight precisely because they are finite, how beauty arises from transience, how memory and legacy weave connections across generations despite inevitable decay. Even as the universe approaches uniform coldness, consciousness endures as testament that within the grand cosmic odyssey there exists capacity for wonder, for dreams sparked beneath ancient stars now long extinguished. In this way, heat death is not simply an extinguishing but part of nature's rhythm, an ultimate balance between order fading into chaos and potential quietly resting until perhaps stirred anew by forces beyond present understanding. Thus ends one chapter in the endless story, a tale stretching from fiery genesis through luminous youth toward twilight's hush, yet never truly closing, because questions remain, because curiosity persists, because existence itself pulses faintly within every particle traveling across space-time's vast ocean. The heat death scenario invites us to listen closely, to hear whispered secrets echoing across eternity, and to ponder deeply what it means to be alive amid infinite night. In embracing this vision, not as despair but as profound reflection, we honor life's ephemeral brilliance against boundless darkness, a testament that even amid inexorable dispersal, there persists meaning born from awareness itself. And so the universe continues its silent symphony, expanding forever onward into cold stillness, an odyssey without known end, or beginning fully grasped, but always inviting those who listen closely to witness its whispered truths beneath infinite stars. G5. The Big Crunch Scenario, the universe's final embrace. The concept of the universe's ultimate fate has long captivated human thought, weaving threads of science, philosophy, and wonder into a tapestry of cosmic speculation. Among the myriad possibilities, one scenario stands out for its dramatic symmetry and poetic resonance: the Big Crunch. It is a vision where the universe's expansion, after eons of stretching outward, begins to falter and reverse, pulling all cosmic structures inexorably back toward a singular point. In this grand finale, the cosmos contracts upon itself, a majestic and terrifying mirror image of the Big Bang, a cosmic collapse that might herald an end or perhaps a new beginning. To imagine the Big Crunch is to envision a universe caught in an elegant yet devastating dance with gravity. For billions of years, galaxies have receded from each other, space itself expanding like an inflating balloon. But what if this expansion is not eternal? What if gravity, the relentless force binding matter, gains ascendancy over dark energy's mysterious push? In such a case, the outward stretch slows, halts, and then reverses. Slowly at first, then with increasing velocity, all matter begins to fall inward. Galaxies that once drifted apart start converging, clusters collide, stars draw nearer, space itself contracts. This cosmic implosion is not merely a reversal of motion, but a profound transformation of space-time's very fabric. As the universe collapses, temperatures soar once more, densities climb toward unimaginable extremes. The vastness shrinks into ever smaller volumes, a contraction towards singularity reminiscent of the universe's own fiery birth. Yet this final act is not simply an echo, it is a culmination, a closing chapter where all existence converges into unity. The Big Crunch carries deep philosophical and emotional weight. It offers a narrative arc that begins with explosive creation and ends with implosive destruction, a cycle of emergence and dissolution bound by gravity's immutable laws. In this vision, the cosmos is not an endless expanse, but a finite story with rhythm and closure. The universe's life is marked by birth, growth, decline, and death, not unlike the natural cycles observed in life on Earth or the rise and fall of civilizations. But what does this contraction mean for meaning itself? If all galaxies collapse into a singularity, do time and space cease? Does consciousness vanish into oblivion? Or could this end be but a threshold, an event beyond which new forms of existence arise? Some speculative theories suggest that the Big Crunch might trigger another Big Bang, a cosmic rebirth where time resets, space unfolds anew, and creation begins again in an eternal loop. This cyclical cosmos would embody infinite renewal, a cosmic phoenix rising from its own ashes. The possibility of such cycles evokes ancient motifs found across cultures. Seasons turning endlessly, rivers flow into seas, only to evaporate and return as rain, life dying each winter, only to bloom again in spring. It connects human experience to cosmic destiny in profound ways, reminding us that endings often contain seeds of beginnings. Yet current observations complicate this picture. The discovery of dark energy accelerating cosmic expansion suggests that gravity may never reclaim dominance. If dark energy remains constant or grows stronger, contraction becomes unlikely. Instead, expansion continues forever, the chilling prospect known as heat death or big freeze. Nonetheless, our understanding remains incomplete. Dark energy's nature eludes precise definition, its future behavior uncertain. Herein lies the beauty and humility of cosmological inquiry, confronting mysteries vast beyond comprehension while acknowledging our limited vantage point within deep time's unfathomable depths. Returning to the imagery of collapse, as galaxies rush inward during contraction, their stars may collide or be swallowed by black holes formed in abundance during chaotic mergers. Radiation intensifies, temperatures soar beyond those witnessed since earliest epochs after the initial Big Bang. The universe becomes a furnace again, a crucible where known physics strains under extremes. In these final moments before singularity's formation, if it forms, space and time might distort beyond recognition. Quantum gravity effects could dominate, dimensions beyond our perception might unfold, new physical laws may emerge. The classical picture breaks down into mystery. For humanity or any conceivable consciousness, the implications are staggering yet humbling. Our existence is fleeting against such cycles, our lives mere flickers on deep time's immense canvas. Yet in contemplating these vast arcs from birth to collapse, we find echoes of our own impermanence and resilience. The Big Crunch also invites reflection on continuity amid change. Even as all matter converges into singularity, information encoded within it may persist or transform in unknown ways, offering hope that existence transcends apparent endings. Philosophically, this cyclical cosmos challenges linear narratives of time and history prevalent in modern thought. Instead of progress marching inexorably forward toward entropy-fueled oblivion, time becomes spiral-like, folding back upon itself through endless sequences of expansion and contraction. This vision nurtures a sense of cosmic rhythm resonant with human intuition about cycles governing nature and life. Yet it also confronts us with profound uncertainty. Are we part of an eternal recurrence, or is each cosmic cycle unique? Does memory or causality extend across cycles, or are they disconnected resets? Such questions remain open frontiers, inviting wonder rather than closure. In sum, the Big Crunch scenario offers both a dramatic finale and a hopeful prelude, a moment when everything returns to unity, only to perhaps emerge anew. It embodies themes central to human contemplation: birth and death intertwined, destruction inseparable from creation, endings pregnant with beginnings. As we stand amid this contemplation, small witnesses on Earth's fragile stage, we glimpse not only the universe's possible fate, but reflections on our own journey through time, transient yet meaningful, finite yet connected to infinite cycles beyond our grasp. In embracing this vision, not as despair but as profound meditation, we honor existence's grandeur woven through beginnings and endings alike. And so the story continues, cosmic breath drawn inward after eons outward, inviting those who listen closely to hear whispered promises beneath collapsing stars that even in ending lies possibility, even in darkness dawn awaits, even in death life stirs anew within eternity's endless dance. 6. Content for part 6 would follow here. 7. The Big Rip, the universe, torn asunder by dark energy's fury. What if the mysterious force propelling the universe is accelerated? Expansion is far more potent than we have dared to imagine. What if dark energy is not a gentle, constant presence, but a growing tempest, an unrelenting tide that will ultimately overwhelm every bond in existence? This is the haunting premise of the Big Rip, a cosmological scenario where the very fabric of reality itself is stretched beyond its limits, torn apart piece by piece until nothing remains whole. In contemplating the Big Rip, one must first grasp the unsettling nature of dark energy, that enigmatic phenomenon constituting nearly 70% of the cosmos's total energy budget. Unlike matter or radiation, dark energy behaves as a repulsive force, pushing space to expand at an ever-accelerating rate. The simplest model treats it as a cosmological constant, a fixed energy density permeating empty space uniformly. But what if dark energy evolves over time, growing stronger and more destructive? Imagine a universe where this force intensifies relentlessly. Galaxies once bound by gravity begin to drift apart faster and faster. Their mutual attraction, though immense on human scales, becomes negligible against the overpowering push of dark energy. Clusters of galaxies dissolve, stellar systems unravel, planets break free from their orbits, atoms themselves come under siege. The Big Rip is not merely an expansion, but an ultimate disintegration, a cosmic apocalypse played out across unfathomable expanses and epochs. To visualize this grim future is to confront scales both vast and intimate. Billions of years from now, galaxies beyond our local group will vanish beyond event horizons created by accelerating expansion, their light forever lost to us. Yet within our own galaxy, stars will continue their slow dance for some time longer. But as dark energy grows more dominant, even these stellar families will be torn asunder. The timing of this cosmic dissolution depends on dark energy's properties, specifically its equation of state parameter, denoted W, which relates pressure to energy density. If W falls below 1, a condition known as phantom energy, then the Big Rip scenario unfolds inevitably. In such a universe, the scale factor describing cosmic expansion grows without bound in finite time, culminating in a singularity where distances between objects become infinite. As this singularity approaches, the sequence of destruction cascades from largest to smallest scales. First, gravitationally bound structures such as galaxy clusters succumb. Then individual galaxies lose cohesion, stars escape their gravitational wells. Planetary systems become unstable, moons drift away, planets themselves disintegrate under tidal forces stronger than their own. Gravity can resist, but the devastation does not end with celestial bodies. As expansion accelerates further, molecular bonds break, atoms are pulled apart, nuclei disintegrate, even subatomic particles may be ripped asunder. Space-time itself stretches toward infinite curvature, an apocalyptic crescendo where physics as we know it breaks down. This vision evokes profound existential reflection on fragility and impermanence. Everything we hold is stable. The stars lighting our nights, the planets cradling life's delicate spark is ultimately transient on cosmic timescales. The Big Rip shatters illusions of permanence, revealing a universe where all connections dissolve in the face of inexorable expansion. Yet within this terrifying narrative lies a deeper meditation on scale and perspective. The destruction wrought by dark energy unfolds over billions or trillions of years, durations so immense that human lifespans and even civilizations appear as fleeting flickers amid vast darkness. Our sense of time and stability falters when confronted with such epochs. Moreover, the Big Rip challenges fundamental assumptions about space and causality. As distances between objects grow without limit at an accelerating pace, causal contact breaks down completely. Events in one region become forever disconnected from another. The universe fractures into isolated patches unable to influence each other, each an island adrift in a sea of expanding void. Philosophically, this fragmentation resonates with themes of isolation and finality. The cosmos becomes not only physically torn but conceptually divided, its wholeness lost as horizons shrink and separations grow beyond comprehension. Yet even here emerges an invitation to ponder meaning amid dissolution. Is there significance in witnessing such a fate? Can consciousness persist or arise anew in realms so fractured? Does meaning depend on unity, or can it be found in fragments scattered across endless space? These questions transcend science into realms of metaphysics and existential inquiry. From a scientific vantage point, exploring the Big Rip scenario pushes frontiers of understanding about dark energy's nature and ultimate destiny. Observational efforts seek to measure W with ever greater precision to discern whether phantom energy lurks behind cosmic acceleration or if alternative explanations prevail. Each data point refines our portrait of fate written in starlight, yet uncertainty remains profound. Dark energy might transform, its strength could plateau or diminish, unknown physics might intervene before catastrophe arrives, or perhaps entirely new paradigms await discovery that alter cosmic trajectories fundamentally. In this liminal space between knowledge and mystery lies profound beauty, a testament to human curiosity's resilience amid uncertainty. We stand small yet vigilant upon Earth's ancient soil, gazing upward at stars whose light journeys across expanding space toward us, a silent chorus narrating cosmic history and hinting at futures both wondrous and fearful. The Big Rip scenario also invites reflection on our place within deep time's immensity, not merely as passive observers, but as participants woven into unfolding destiny's fabric. Our existence mirrors cosmic patterns, emergence from primordial chaos, brief flourishing amid vast darkness, eventual dissolution into transformation's embrace. Even if dark energy tears apart all structures eventually, it cannot erase the story inscribed within matter and consciousness, the narrative encoded in atoms forged by ancient stars, of memories etched into neural pathways, dreams whispered beneath night skies alive with possibility. Thus, contemplating the Big Rip is less an exercise in despair than a meditation on impermanence's profound truth, that all things arise only to fade, and yet within that cycle exists potential for renewal beyond current comprehension. Perhaps new realms await beyond space-time's limits shattered by expansion. Perhaps alternate dimensions cradle seeds of rebirth. Hidden from present sight, perhaps existence transcends physical dissolution through modes unknown to science today. In embracing these possibilities alongside stark realities, humanity honors both humility and hope, acknowledging smallness amid vastness, while nurturing wonder that fuels exploration forward. Ultimately, the Big Rip stands as both warning and invitation. A warning against complacency regarding cosmic forces beyond control, an invitation to deepen inquiry into nature's deepest secrets, a call to cherish fleeting moments amid eternal flows. It reminds us that time itself may not be infinite stretch but finite thread fraying at edges where physics yields to mystery, that endings may be violent unravelings rather than gentle fades, and that within such endings lie echoes beckoning toward new beginnings yet unseen. So when eyes lift toward night's velvet canvas dotted with stars fading slowly into distance, when minds contemplate forces stretching space beyond recognition, let us listen closely for whispers carried on expanding winds, that even as universe tears itself apart, within that tearing lies possibility, within that ending pulses birth, within dissolution glimmers hope, a testament that existence defies finality, forever weaving mystery through infinity's loom, and thus unfolds another chapter in cosmic odyssey, not merely of beginnings or endings, but of transformation, eternal, a dance unbound by time, where light and darkness intertwine, and all things ripple onward into forevermore. 8. The nature of dark energy, stability or change. In the vast expanse of the cosmos, where galaxies drift like scattered jewels across an infinite velvet sky, there exists a force both mysterious and profound, dark energy. It is the silent architect shaping the universe's destiny, the invisible hand pulling the cosmic threads in ways that defy human comprehension. Yet, amid all we have uncovered about this enigmatic energy, one question remains paramount. Is dark energy stable, an unchanging presence woven into the fabric of space-time, or is it mutable, evolving over time and altering the universe's fate in ways we have yet to fathom? This question stands as the fulcrum upon which the universe's future balances. It is a riddle that transcends mere physics. It beckons us to ponder existence itself, the tension between permanence and flux, certainty and mystery. To grasp the gravity of this inquiry, one must first understand what dark energy represents. Accounting for approximately 70% of the universe's total energy content, it acts as a repulsive force, counteracting gravity and driving space to expand at an accelerating rate. Unlike matter or radiation, which cluster and form structures, dark energy pervades all space uniformly, its influence subtle yet inexorable. But is this influence constant? The simplest model treats dark energy as a cosmological constant, a fixed energy density inherent to empty space. This notion offers elegant simplicity. Dark energy remains unchanged as the universe expands, a steady tide pushing galaxies apart with unvarying strength. If this holds true, then the universe's expansion will continue forever, accelerating into a cold, desolate future where stars burn out and galaxies vanish beyond unreachable horizons. Yet nature often resists such neat conclusions. Alternative theories propose that dark energy may be dynamic, its strength waxing or waning over cosmic epochs. Imagine a force that evolves like a living entity, shifting its character as time unfolds. Such variability could alter the universe's trajectory dramatically, perhaps slowing expansion in epochs to come or intensifying it beyond current predictions. This possibility opens doors to profound cosmological scenarios. If dark energy weakens over time, gravity might reclaim dominance, halting expansion and reversing it into contraction. In this vision lies the haunting allure of the Big Crunch, a cosmic embrace where all matter collapses back into singularity. Alternatively, if dark energy strengthens relentlessly, it could lead to the Big Rip tearing apart galaxies, stars, planets, even atoms themselves. Between these extremes lies a spectrum of fates hinging on dark energy's true nature. The challenge lies in measuring this elusive quantity. Observations of distant supernovae, cosmic microwave background fluctuations, and galaxy distributions provide clues, but not definitive answers. Scientists seek to determine the equation of state parameter WA ratio relating dark energy's pressure to its density. A value exactly equal to 1 corresponds to a cosmological constant. Deviations suggest dynamism. Current data tentatively favor a value near 1, but with uncertainties that leave room for evolution. This uncertainty mirrors humanity's broader confrontation with the unknown, the recognition that knowledge is provisional and ever-expanding. It invites humility before cosmic vastness and patience as our instruments sharpen and theories refine. Moreover, contemplating whether dark energy is stable or changing evokes reflections beyond science, touching on themes of time's nature itself. Is time linear and unidirectional, a river flowing steadily from past to future, or might it possess more intricate geometry? Could dark energy's evolution reflect deeper temporal structures hidden within space-time's weave? Such questions resonate with ancient philosophical inquiries into permanence and change, echoing through centuries of human thought. In considering these possibilities, one confronts the profound scale of deep time, the immense durations over which cosmic forces unfold their narratives. Human lifespans are but ephemeral flickers against this backdrop. Civilizations rise and fall like brief notes in an eternal symphony. Yet within this vastness lies beauty, the capacity for consciousness to perceive such scales, to wonder at mysteries transcending immediate experience, to seek meaning amid uncertainty. The fate of dark energy thus becomes a metaphor for existence itself, poised between constancy and transformation, stability and flux, known and unknowable. Whether dark energy remains steadfast or shifts subtly over eons will determine not only how galaxies dance, but how meaning endures in a universe perpetually in motion. As observers rooted on a small planet circling an ordinary star in an unremarkable corner of the cosmos, humanity finds itself entwined with this grand mystery, participants in an unfolding story written across billions of years and countless light years. The question lingers, will dark energy's quiet strength persist unchanged until all fades into cold silence? Or will it evolve unexpectedly, perhaps heralding new cosmic chapters beyond imagination? In embracing this uncertainty, we honor both our curiosity and our humility, a recognition that some secrets dwell beyond immediate grasp, yet beckon endlessly toward discovery. Thus, the nature of dark energy stands as a testament, not only to scientific endeavor but to humanity's enduring spirit, to look upward into night's vast ocean and wonder at what lies beyond horizon's edge, at forces shaping destinies far greater than ourselves, at mysteries inviting us always to listen closely and dream deeply beneath infinite stars. 9. The evaporation of black holes, the last candles in the cosmic dark. In the twilight of the cosmos, when stars have long since burnt out and galaxies have drifted beyond each other's grasp, a subtle yet profound process unfolds, a slow fading of the universe's darkest sentinels. Black holes, those enigmatic wells of gravity from which nothing, not even light, can escape, are not eternal. Contrary to the earlier belief that these cosmic abysses are eternal prisons, Stephen Hawking revealed a startling truth. Black holes emit radiation, slowly leaking their mass and energy back into the universe. This phenomenon, now known as Hawking radiation, transforms black holes from eternal voids into transient phenomena, destined to evaporate over unfathomable spans of time. Imagine a black hole as a candle flickering in the vast cosmic night, once a blazing beacon formed by collapsed stars or gargantuan galactic centers, now gradually burning away its essence until it extinguishes completely. But unlike any earthly flame, this evaporation is imperceptibly slow, unfolding over timescales so immense they stretch beyond comprehension. For stellar mass black holes, this process takes longer than the current age of the universe by many orders of magnitude. For supermassive black holes anchoring galaxies, evaporation will take even longer still. Yet in the grand narrative of cosmic deep time, where epochs stretch into quintillions of years and beyond, these black holes are destined to be the final sources of energy, the last embers glowing against an ever-cooling backdrop. As all other stars fade and matter decays or disperses, black holes linger as stubborn bastions of concentrated mass and gravity. Their eventual evaporation marks not just an end for themselves, but a poignant chapter in the universe's inexorable march toward entropy and uniformity. To grasp this process is to peer into a paradox where gravity's fiercest grasp is slowly undone by quantum mechanics' delicate touch. At the event horizon, the boundary demarcating the point of no return, quantum fluctuations conjure particle-antiparticle pairs from the vacuum itself. Normally ephemeral and self-annihilating within moments, these pairs can become separated near a black hole's edge. One particle falls inward while its counterpart escapes into space as radiation. This subtle leakage saps the black hole's mass incrementally. This mechanism reveals a profound intertwining of gravity and quantum physics, two pillars of our understanding that often seem at odds. Hawking radiation stands as a bridge between these realms, hinting at deeper truths about space-time's fabric and the nature of reality itself. But what does this mean for the universe at large? In a cosmos hurtling toward heat death, where usable energy becomes scarce and structures dissolve, the evaporation of black holes offers a final flicker of activity before absolute stillness. These last candles burn faintly in an otherwise dark expanse, releasing photons and particles born from their own demise. Consider the timescales involved. For a black hole with a mass several times that of our sun, evaporation spans roughly 10 hours 67 years, a number so vast it defies human intuition. For supermassive black holes millions or billions of times more massive, this timeline extends to 10^100 years or beyond. During these epochs, Hawking radiation gradually converts mass into energy, radiated outward as low-energy photons and other particles. As more massive black holes outlive smaller ones due to their sheer size, they dominate the late cosmic landscape until even they succumb to evaporation. This slow decay transforms regions once dominated by intense gravity into diffuse radiation fields, echoes fading into the cold void. Intriguingly, this final stage may not be an absolute silence, but rather a subtle transformation, mass returning to energy forms, capable of interacting with whatever sparse matter or fields remain. It is as if the universe recycles its last reserves through these faint emissions before settling into ultimate equilibrium. The image of black holes evaporating evokes both melancholy and wonder, a cosmic elegy written in photons streaming across empty space, a testament to impermanence writ large on spacetime's canvas. Philosophically, these last candles challenge our notions of permanence and finality. Even objects once thought eternal yield to change. Even darkness gives way to light, however faint or fleeting. They remind us that existence is defined by cycles, births followed by deaths, accumulations followed by dispersals, gravities, pulling inward, eventually undone by quantum whispers pushing outward. In contemplating black hole evaporation amid heat death's cold expanse, we confront themes central to human experience: fragility amid vastness, transience amid eternity, light emerging from darkness only to fade again. Moreover, this phenomenon raises profound questions about information. What becomes of what falls into a black hole? Does information vanish forever, or is it somehow encoded in emitted radiation? This puzzle, the black hole information paradox, remains at science's frontier, inviting deeper inquiry into reality's fundamental workings. The resolution may reshape our understanding not only of black holes, but also of space-time geometry, quantum entanglement, and perhaps even consciousness itself. Returning to deep time's immensity, after all matter has decayed or been consumed, after stars have extinguished, after galaxies have dispersed, the universe will be illuminated only by these faint glimmers from evaporating black holes. They represent the cosmos's final resistance against uniformity's tide, a last dance before surrendering fully to entropy's embrace. In this vision lies both humility and hope, a recognition that all things pass, yet leave traces, that endings contain echoes, that, even in ultimate darkness, there persists possibility. And so the story unfolds, from fiery beginnings birthed in singularity's crucible, through epochs of radiant life and growth, onward past expansion's acceleration and cosmic isolation, toward heat death's silent ocean where only whispers remain. Within this ocean flicker faint candles, black holes slowly evaporating their essence back into space-time's vast emptiness, silent witnesses to existence's grand arc. They are reminders that while time marches relentlessly forward toward dissolution, complexity arises momentarily to ponder its own fate, to wonder at beginnings entwined with endings, to find meaning amidst mystery. Thus concludes another chapter in deep time's epic saga, not with abrupt finale, but gentle fading, not with absolute silence, but subtle transformation, not with despair, but profound meditation on impermanence, interwoven with possibility. From here emerges contemplation on what lies beyond, the unknown terrains where new physics may awaken, new narratives, where universes might birth anew from ashes cold and dark. Until then, we stand small yet awed upon Earth's ancient soil, witnesses to cosmos's unfolding mystery, keepers of stories. Whispered beneath infinite stars, in pondering black hole evaporation, the last candles in cosmic dark, we glimpse both fragility and grandeur intertwined, transient sparks illuminating infinite night, fleeting lights guiding minds yearning always toward understanding beyond horizons known. And so we listen closely to these whispered farewells carried across deep time to learn what they reveal about existence itself, that all things must fade, that light endures briefly, that mystery remains, and that within every ending pulses seed for new beginning yet unseen, a testament woven through space-time's endless tapestry, inviting us always to wander beneath eternal skies. 10. The cyclic breath of the cosmos, multiverses and alternate destinies. In the vast theater of cosmic possibility, where the boundaries of time and space stretch beyond human comprehension, there emerges a profound vision, one that transcends the singular narrative of our universe's birth and death. It is the concept of cycles within cycles, an eternal pulse where each universe is but a single breath in an endless rhythm. This vision invites us to reconsider not only the fate of our own cosmos, but the very nature of existence itself. Infinite multiverses weaving a tapestry of alternate destinies, each echoing the others in a dance without beginning or end. Imagine, if you will, the grand finale of our universe, the big crunch. The cosmic fabric folds inward, galaxies converge, and all matter collapses into a singularity so dense and profound it defies ordinary understanding. Yet, rather than an ultimate cessation, this collapse births possibility anew. From that singular point, a new explosion might arise, a fresh Big Bang heralding the birth of another universe with its own laws, dimensions, and histories. The death of one cosmos becomes the genesis of another, endings and beginnings entwined in an infinite loop. This cyclical model challenges the linear notion of time as a straight arrow moving from past to future. Instead, time may spiral or fold back upon itself, like breaths inhaled and exhaled by a cosmic entity whose lifespan dwarfs all known scales. Each cycle is a momentary manifestation within an eternal continuum, a fleeting heartbeat in the boundless life of reality. But what if this rhythmic unfolding is but one layer in a hierarchy far grander still? Modern theoretical physics hints at multiverses, vast ensembles of universes coexisting beyond our perception. Each bubble universe may have different physical constants, distinct dimensions, or alternative histories branching from quantum fluctuations at their inception. In this panorama, our universe is one among countless others, each charting unique paths through possibility. The implications are staggering. If every big crunch leads to a new Big Bang, then perhaps these cycles cascade endlessly across dimensions, universes begetting universes in fractal patterns echoing through deep time and space. Within this framework, reality is not static, but perpetually creative. Destruction is transformation, death is rebirth, collapse is genesis. This cosmic breath resonates deeply with ancient philosophical traditions, from Eastern notions of samsara to indigenous cosmologies envisioning cycles of creation and dissolution. It evokes imagery as timeless as waves washing upon endless shores or seasons turning with unwavering certainty. Here lies a profound unity between human experience and universal destiny, the recognition that impermanence carries within it the seed of renewal. Yet these ideas also confront us with mysteries profound and humbling. If universes cycle eternally or exist in multitudes beyond reach, what becomes of meaning? Are our lives mere flickers within transient worlds? Does identity persist beyond cosmic resets? Can consciousness transcend individual universes to partake in some greater whole? Science has yet to answer these questions definitively. The mathematics describing cyclic cosmologies and multiverses remains speculative. Observational evidence remains elusive. Yet even in uncertainty lies beauty, a call to embrace mystery rather than fear it. Returning to Earth, our fragile cradle suspended amid stellar seas, we find ourselves woven into this grand design by threads both delicate and resilient. Our planet's history unfolds within one cycle among many, its future perhaps shaped by forces echoing across multiple realms unseen. Consider that every atom composing life here was forged in ancient stars long vanished, that every moment experienced is etched into space-time's vast ledger, that every thought arises amid a cosmos alive with possibility across infinite scales. In this light, existence becomes simultaneously small and vast, transient yet eternal, local yet universal. Our stories matter because they unfold within cycles greater than ourselves, cycles that carry forward patterns of complexity, awareness, and wonder. The notion that universes cycle endlessly reminds us that finality may be an illusion, that every conclusion contains within it potential for beginning anew. It invites us to see ourselves not as isolated observers, but as participants in an ongoing cosmic dance where creation flows. unceasingly from destruction's depths. Philosophically, this vision challenges human perceptions of destiny and agency. It suggests that while individual lives are finite, they partake in rhythms transcending time's linear march, rhythms reflected in natural cycles all around us, day yielding to night, life yielding to death, seasons yielding to spring. Moreover, contemplating multiverses expands empathy beyond immediate horizons. If countless realities exist with varying histories and outcomes, then difference becomes intrinsic to existence itself, a kaleidoscope of possibilities inviting respect for diversity on scales unimaginable. The speculative nature of these concepts does not diminish their power, it enhances it by opening spaces for wonder and reflection. Beyond empirical confines, they remind us that knowledge is ever provisional, that mystery fuels inquiry, that imagination bridges gaps between what is known and what might be. As humanity peers deeper into cosmic history through telescopes scanning ancient light or particle accelerators probing fundamental forces, we edge closer to glimpsing these hidden structures, or at least grasping their outlines through indirect clues. Yet no matter how far science advances, some questions may forever elude final answers. Why does existence unfold as it does? What lies beyond cycles observed or theorized? Is there purpose embedded within infinite recurrence, or is meaning self-created amid chaos? In embracing these open-ended inquiries, we honor both humility before vast unknowns and courage to explore, nonetheless, to listen closely to cosmos's whispered secrets, carried across eons, to dream boldly beneath stars ancient beyond reckoning. Thus unfolds another chapter in humanity's quest, not simply to map physical phenomena, but to seek place within profound narratives linking beginnings with endings, singular moments with eternal rhythms, finite selves with infinite totalities. In contemplating cyclic universes and multiverses' sprawling architectures, we glimpse reflections of ourselves, ephemeral yet enduring sparks, striving toward understanding amid mystery's embrace. And so we return once more to Earth's ancient soil, small witnesses beneath infinite skies, bearing stories shaped by cosmic breaths drawn long before our time and destined to inspire generations yet unborn. The story continues, not as a closed book, but as an open scroll unfurling endlessly, a testament woven through space-time's fabric, inviting all who listen closely, that every ending births beginning, that every collapse seeds creation, that existence pulses eternally. A symphony composed across dimensions, played out in rhythms vast beyond measure, yet resonant intimately within each heartbeat, each breath taken upon this pale blue dot floating amid endless night. Herein lies profound beauty, the recognition that though we are but transient notes, our voices contribute timeless harmonies to cosmos's endless song, a melody echoing forevermore through deep time's infinite ocean, inviting us always to wonder beneath eternal stars. 10. The cyclic breath of the cosmos, multiverses and alternate destinies. Expanded. The cosmos, in its unfathomable vastness, stretches beyond the limits of human imagination, a boundless ocean where time and space weave an intricate tapestry of existence. Yet, amid this grandeur, a haunting question persists. Does the universe have a final end? Or is it but one breath in an eternal cycle of creation and destruction? This question beckons us to peer beyond the veil of our own cosmic epoch and envision a reality where universes are born, perish, and rebirth endlessly, a multiverse teeming with alternate destinies. At first glance, the notion that each universe within a grand multiverse might possess its own unique beginning and end challenges the singular narrative we often hold dear. Instead of a lone cosmic storybook with a definitive first page and last, there emerges a library infinite in volume, volumes stacked upon volumes, each universe a chapter with its own rhythm, laws, and fate. Some may collapse inward in violent embrace, others may expand forever into cold solitude, some may flicker briefly before, vanishing like cosmic fireflies. The diversity of possible endings reflects a kaleidoscope of realities beyond our current grasp. Consider the cyclical model of cosmology, the idea that our universe's death by collapse or expansion might not be absolute, but rather a transition into another phase of existence. In this vision, the Big Crunch is not an ultimate tomb, but a womb from which new universes emerge. As matter and energy condense into an infinitely dense point, conditions become ripe for another Big Bang, a cosmic phoenix rising from its ashes. Time itself folds back upon its path, spiraling into renewal. This cyclical breath resonates deeply with patterns familiar across nature, the waxing and waning of moonlight, the ebb and flow of tides, the seasons' endless turning. These rhythms echo within us as well, the cycles of life and death, forgetting and remembering, mirroring cosmic processes on scales both intimate and immense. They remind us that endings are seldom final, but often preludes to beginnings yet unseen. Yet, this dance extends beyond single cycles. Modern theoretical physics suggests that countless universes coexist simultaneously, a multiverse where every possibility finds expression. Each bubble universe might differ in fundamental constants or dimensions, branching from quantum fluctuations at their birth. Within this sprawling ensemble, our own cosmos is but one verse in an infinite poem. Imagine these universes as droplets on an endless cosmic ocean, each shimmering with distinct hues, yet part of a greater whole. Their births and deaths intertwine across deep time like fractal patterns, cycles within cycles within cycles. Such nested rhythms challenge linear conceptions of time and causality, inviting us to contemplate existence as a grand symphony played across multiple scales. The implications ripple through philosophy and human understanding. If universes multiply endlessly with diverse destinies, what becomes of meaning? Are our lives fleeting sparks within transient worlds? Does identity transcend cosmic resets? These questions stir both humility and wonder, a recognition that, while individual narratives may be brief, they resonate within vast interconnected webs. Even more provocatively, could consciousness itself partake in these cycles? Might awareness persist or transform across universes? While speculative, such ideas invite profound reflection on what it means to exist, whether identity is tethered to physical reality or flows as an essence beyond space-time's bounds. Returning focus to Earth, the fragile cradle amid stellar seas, we find ourselves woven into this grand design by threads both delicate and resilient. Our planet's history unfolds within one cycle among many, its future perhaps shaped by forces echoing across multiple realms unseen. The atoms composing life here were forged in ancient stars long vanished. Each moment experienced is etched into space-time's vast ledger. Every thought arises amid a cosmos alive with possibility across infinite scales. This perspective imbues existence with simultaneous smallness and grandeur, transient yet eternal, local yet universal. Our stories matter because they unfold within cycles greater than ourselves, cycles that carry forward patterns of complexity, awareness, and wonder. In embracing cyclic cosmologies and multiverses' sprawling architectures, we glimpse reflections of ourselves, ephemeral yet enduring sparks, striving toward understanding amid mystery's embrace. The story continues, not as a closed book, but as an open scroll unfurling endlessly, a testament woven through space-time's fabric, inviting all who listen closely. That every ending births beginning, that every collapse seeds creation, that existence pulses eternally, a symphony composed across dimensions, played out in rhythms vast beyond measure, yet resonant intimately within each heartbeat, each breath taken upon this pale blue dot floating amid endless night. Within these contemplations lies profound beauty. Though we are but transient notes, our voices contribute timeless harmonies to cosmos's endless song, a melody echoing forevermore through deep time's infinite ocean, inviting us always to wonder beneath eternal stars. Could it be that each universe's demise is but a prelude to another's genesis? If so, then death itself becomes transformation, the closing of one chapter seamlessly leading to the opening of another. In this light, the cosmos embodies resilience beyond comprehension, a perpetual fountain where creation flows eternally from destruction's depths. This vision carries echoes from ancient wisdom traditions. Eastern philosophies speak of samsara, the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, while indigenous cosmologies often embrace circular time reflecting natural rhythms. These cultural insights resonate with modern scientific conjectures, bridging mythos and logos in shared reverence for impermanence entwined with renewal. Yet profound mysteries remain. How do laws evolve across cycles or universes? Is information preserved or lost? Can causality extend through successive bangs? Might some universes harbor conditions radically different from ours, dimensions inaccessible to human senses or even physics as we know it? While current science offers tantalizing glimpses to mathematical frameworks like string theory or quantum cosmology, empirical confirmation remains elusive. Observational horizons confine us to glimpses filtered through cosmic microwave, background radiation, or gravitational wave signatures hinting at primordial epochs. Nonetheless, these speculative vistas enrich human imagination, inviting us to transcend parochial views bound by immediate experience and embrace humility before infinite unknowns. They urge us to cultivate awe amidst uncertainty, to cherish the fleeting spark of consciousness capable of pondering origins, destinies, and meanings writ large across space-time's canvas. In contemplating cyclic breaths of the cosmos and multiversal tapestries woven beyond sight, we find ourselves participants in an unfolding odyssey without beginning known or end fully grasped, witnesses bearing stories, shaped by cosmic breaths drawn long before our time and destined to inspire generations yet unborn. Thus unfolds another chapter in humanity's quest, not merely to map physical phenomena, but to seek place within profound narratives linking beginnings with endings, singular moments with eternal rhythms, finite selves with infinite totalities. The story continues, inviting all who listen closely beneath eternal stars to hear whispered secrets echoing through dimensions, to dream boldly amid mystery's embrace, and to marvel at existence's fragile bloom against infinite night. In closing this meditation on cyclic cosmologies and multiverses, one truth remains luminous. Though each universe may perish, and though countless realities unfold beyond reach, existence itself pulses eternally, a breath drawn forever anew in the boundless heart of reality's infinite dance. 11. The fragility and reverence of existence amidst cosmic vastness. In the vast theater of the cosmos, where epochs unfold like the turning pages of an ancient tome, there lies a profound paradox. Amidst the staggering immensity and inscrutable depths of deep time, existence itself is fragile, an ephemeral flicker dancing on the edge of oblivion. This fragility, far from diminishing significance, calls forth a deeper reverence for the present moment, for the fleeting breath of life that unfolds upon a small blue world adrift in an ocean of stars. The universe's grandeur often evokes a sense of insignificance, humanity's brief lifespan dwarfed by billions of years, Earth but a speck circling an ordinary star. Yet within this seeming smallness lies extraordinary complexity and wonder. Life emerges, not as an accident, but as a delicate interplay of cosmic conditions finely tuned across vast stretches of space and time. Every atom in living cells traces its origin to ancient stars. Every heartbeat resonates with rhythms established since the dawn of time. This interplay underscores existence's fragility. Consider how planetary environments hinge upon precarious balances, stellar radiation sustaining climates hospitable to life, magnetic fields shielding atmospheres from solar winds, chemical cycles recycling essential elements. These factors converge in rare harmony, crafting niches where consciousness can arise and reflect upon its own being. Yet this fragile bloom is transient against deep time's relentless march. Geological upheavals reshape continents. Solar evolution threatens habitability. Cosmic events from asteroid impacts to gamma-ray bursts pose existential risks even beyond Earth. The universe itself marches toward transformations that will render current forms unrecognizable or extinguish life altogether. Such awareness invites humility, a recognition that existence is not guaranteed but contingent, sustained by intricate chains vulnerable to disruption. It also inspires awe, the improbable emergence of order from chaos, complexity from simplicity, mind capable of pondering its origins amid infinite darkness. This tension between fragility and wonder shapes human experience. Our brief lives gain poignancy precisely because they are finite. Moments shimmer with meaning against a backdrop of impermanence. Each act of creation, each discovery, each connection becomes a testament to resilience, a defiant spark resisting entropy's quiet advance. Moreover, this perspective reframes how we relate to time itself. Deep time reveals layers beyond immediate perception. The slow drift of continents, the rise and fall of species, the birth and death of stars, inviting us to see ourselves as part of a continuum stretching backward and forward in ways both humbling and inspiring. In embracing this continuum, we honor not only our ancestors but future generations who will inherit Earth's legacy long after our own presence fades. We become stewards entrusted with preserving conditions for life's persistence amid cosmic flux, a responsibility both daunting and sacred. The fragility woven through existence thus becomes a source of profound meaning. It teaches that while permanence eludes us, significance resides in awareness itself, in the capacity to witness beauty, to ask questions, to love and create despite uncertainty. This reverence for the present moment echoes ancient wisdom traditions emphasizing mindfulness and presence amid change. It aligns with scientific insight, recognizing that life's emergence is neither trivial nor assured, but a remarkable phenomenon, deserving care and contemplation. In contemplating existence's delicate thread stretched across deep time, humanity finds both challenge and solace, a call to cherish what is fleeting and to seek connection within vast solitude. The universe's immensity does not negate our value. Rather, it magnifies it by situating us within a grand narrative where each conscious observer contributes uniquely to unfolding meaning. Thus, acknowledging fragility becomes an act of courage, a commitment to live fully aware that every moment matters because it is irreplaceable. Every breath carries echoes of cosmic history. Every thought participates in an eternal dialogue between being and nothingness. In this light, existence is not merely survival but celebration, a dance illuminated by stars long extinguished yet still shining, through memory and imagination. 12. Conclusion. Whispers from a distant future. And so we arrive at the threshold where past meets future, a place not marked by finality but by quiet invitation to listen closely for whispers carried across epochs yet unborn, to ponder mysteries yet unsolved, to embrace the unknown with open hearts and curious minds. The story, woven through cosmic deep time, tells not only of origins or endings, but of continuity, an eternal dialogue between destruction and creation, silence and sound, absence and presence. From the fiery crucible that birthed space-time itself, through cycles of expansion and contraction, through epochs when stars blaze bright or fade into darkness, existence pulses onward, fragile yet resilient, transient yet enduring. Imagine a future so distant that human names have vanished from memory, civilizations reduced to stardust scattered among galaxies now faded beyond reach. Yet even then, subtle patterns may persist, echoes encoded in quantum fields or space-time geometry, silent testimonies whispering secrets of what once was and what might be again. Perhaps consciousness itself endures in forms unimaginable today, ripples in a cosmic ocean, beyond physical limits, or perhaps meaning arises anew wherever complexity rekindles itself amid chaos. These whispers from a distant future remind us that endings are never absolute. They are thresholds inviting transformation. Beyond present sight, they beckon us to recognize that within vast uncertainty lies possibility that every conclusion harbors. Seeds for new beginnings that time itself may fold in ways we have yet to fathom. In listening attentively to these faint murmurs carried on cosmic winds, humanity participates in an ancient tradition, bearing witness to mystery, seeking understanding beyond immediate grasp, honoring existence as fleeting bloom beneath eternal stars. Our place is humble yet significant, not as masters dictating fate, but as caretakers cherishing fragile light amid darkness, as storytellers weaving narratives connecting past with future across space-time's boundless tapestry. This meditation on deep time calls forth profound gratitude for moments lived fully aware, for questions asked bravely despite unknowable answers, for wonder sustained amid vastness, indifferent yet wondrously hospitable. And so the universe continues its silent symphony, expanding or contracting, cycling or fading, but always inviting those who listen closely to hear its whispered secrets echoing through eternity. That existence is precious because it is fragile. That meaning arises through awareness confronting mystery. That every breath taken upon this pale blue dot resonates across cosmic history, and that within infinite night pulses a light unquenchable, the light of curiosity, hope, and enduring wonder. Herein lies our legacy, not merely as inhabitants of space-time, but as witnesses embracing life's transient gift with reverence. A testament woven into the fabric of reality itself, an eternal whisper echoing softly beneath endless skies, inviting all who come after us to listen closely, to dream deeply, and to find courage amid mystery's vast embrace. 12. Conclusion. Whispers from a distant future. In the endless theater of existence, where time flows like an ocean beyond horizon, and stars flicker as transient beacons in the cosmic night, humanity stands at a singular crossroads, caught between the immeasurable vastness of deep time and the intimate brevity of conscious life. The ultimate fate of the universe, whatever it may be, lies far beyond the grasp of our present understanding, a mystery enfolded in scales so vast that they humble every human thought and dream. The cosmos may one day succumb to heat death's cold embrace, its galaxies isolated in silent isolation, stars extinguished, black holes evaporated into faint whispers. Or perhaps it will fold inward in a final contraction, the big crunch, where all matter and energy collapse into singularities. Unknowable heart, only to be reborn anew. The big rip might tear apart every bond, unraveling reality itself in a violent crescendo. Or the universe could be but one breath among infinite cycles, multiverses weaving endless patterns beyond perception. Yet none of these grand destinies can be fully known today. They dwell beyond the horizon of observation, veiled by the limits of current physics and the profound enigma of dark energy's nature. These futures are not mere conclusions, they are invitations, thresholds, beckoning humanity to continue its quest for understanding amid uncertainty. To contemplate the universe's end is to recognize that finality may lie not in cessation but transformation, that death may be but a prelude to new beginnings in forms yet unimaginable. The cosmos might die, and yet its story will continue not necessarily through matter or light as we know them, but through patterns imprinted in quantum fields or through cycles perpetuated across realms beyond our senses. This vision calls forth humility and awe. It reminds us that human existence is but a fleeting note within an eternal symphony, a fragile spark capable of illuminating mysteries despite its smallness. Our curiosity bridges epochs, our questions ripple across generations, our consciousness reflects upon itself against the backdrop of infinite night. Even as civilizations fade into stardust and names vanish from memory, subtle echoes may persist. Whispers encoded in space-time geometry or quantum entanglement, silent testimonies to what once was and what might yet be. Perhaps consciousness itself endures in forms transcending physical decay. Perhaps meaning arises anew, wherever complexity rekindles itself amid chaos. Within this profound uncertainty lies profound beauty, a reminder that existence is precious precisely because it is fragile. That meaning emerges through awareness confronting mystery. That every breath taken on this pale blue dot resonates to cosmic history. The universe's final outcome remains beyond human reach, not a destination to fear or despair over, but a horizon inviting continuous exploration. It is an eternal question posed by reality itself. How will all things unfold when time stretches beyond reckoning? What forms will life and consciousness take amid cosmic transformation? As witnesses to this unfolding saga, humanity's legacy is not measured solely by knowledge amassed, but by the spirit with which we engage the unknown, with reverence for existence's fleeting bloom and hope for mysteries yet revealed. The cosmos sings its silent symphony across deep time's boundless ocean, a melody woven from beginnings entwined with endings, from destruction inseparable from creation, from darkness pierced by light's enduring glow. And so we listen closely to whispers carried on cosmic winds, to secrets inscribed within atoms born in ancient stars, to dreams sparked beneath eternal skies, for within infinite night pulses an unquenchable light, the light of curiosity, wonder, and hope, that invites all who come after us to join the dance, to dream deeply, to question boldly, and to find courage amid mystery's vast embrace. Thus ends no story, but begins anew, another chapter in the infinite odyssey of existence, an eternal whisper echoing softly beneath endless stars.